Mission critical installations. Well, that's usually that has a high cost of failure. Typically, like they will fly some folks in for the installation or route people in for an installation. So if we miss that date, that could totally disrupt everything for them. And so we are always cognizant of that. And so, if we're told something has to meet a specific delivery date, we like to understand the consequences of if we don't, so we know what we're getting ourselves into, and then you usually just take the steps to make sure we set it up successfully for them.
Typically we have a lot of clients where what we call is shipments of consequence, where on the end user side there's either a tech waiting, an installer. A lot of our clients call them FSEs, which is field service engineers, and we are meeting them on site with the product. So as we all know, time is money, and so the longer that those technicians or installers are waiting on site, the more money is being spent for their time. So, and oftentimes these techs and engineers are regional, so pushing a shipment or installation to the next day is not always possible because they probably have installations lined up for the entire week or next 2 weeks. So ensuring that we are hitting those installation dates is very critical.
It's all about the cost of failure. A standard LTL model, typically you insert it in a network and sometimes you kind of just hope that it gets there and everything is going to work out. I think the difference with us is we try to mitigate risk as much as possible. We're going to take into account, where it's traveling to, how many stops along the way it may have, if there's any weather we may need to watch out for. We're going to do it, and it's all about proactive communication and coordination of the shipment. Really get to know the site where it's delivering to. Do we have any obstacles that we're going to run into when we arrive? I think it's understanding the client, understanding the site we're delivering to, and making sure that we're proactive with our setup and really check off all those boxes when it comes to a successful delivery.
Specific to rollouts with, the installations and mission critical stuff, you may have a lot of brands may have like what we call a refresh. So let's say you have stores that need new cash registers. One of our clients does manufacture cash registers that goes to a lot of these fast food brands. They have technicians that are going to be at all of these sites, and we would have a window of, let's say, a month. So there's only a limited amount of techs. They're all going to be at certain sites, certain days, so it kind of crunches that window down even further to where now that mission critical timeline is a lot more pinpoint. One missed delivery can cause a snowball effect of those installation schedules now going completely just out of whack.
That's all about the coordination, so they have to understand that, if they deliver early, we're going to count it as a failure, and we just have to make sure they understand that. And the reason is because that store's not ready for it. They usually have to have a team of people come in and set it up properly, and if we deliver early, it might just sit there and be in the way. So they would have customers coming into the store, they've got a big ugly looking pallet sitting there and nothing's set up. Ultimately, it hurts their sales in the end if we miss the delivery date.
For the holiday pushes, holiday projects, whether it's Halloween, whether it's Christmas, the Christmas time is big because there's a lot of apparel that goes to like department stores, whether it's clothing lines. There's also like holiday cups. Anything that's tied to Christmas and has a Christmas logo on it, we do have lots of clients that do that branding, and so you have a certain timeline that you need to get that product in the stores. So there's a certain window of time when that stuff is going to be peak and selling to the clients, and you want it in front of the clients' faces on shelves, and we need to hit those deadlines. If we are late hitting those deadlines and the stuff is not on the shelf, then that's obviously sales that our client's going to miss out on. One that I did last year, and it's about to start up again this year, is I'm sure everyone's seen the Halloween stores that magically pop up everywhere in August, and then you see them for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden you don't see them again for 10 months, right? And they always move into some department store that closed down a couple of months ago. It seems like all that stuff just appears out of thin air. We manage that. We hold all the inventory in one of our warehouses here in Fort Worth. That stuff's seasonal. It's a very small window that stuff is relevant. So if we don't get all of these stores stocked by end of August, then we're cutting into their time that people are going to be coming and buying this product. So with the seasonal rollouts, it's even more, time critical to know that we are buttoned up, that everything gets there on time, because the client's going to have a certain window of this is peak time, this is when our product is going to be hottest, and if we can't have it on the shelves during that time, they're missing out on revenue.
Typically in our network, the shipment's going to get there in one piece and on time. A lot of times the failure is the setup of either communication from us to our partner or communication to dispatch to the driver and whoever's loading that shipment, that a lot of times that's where the communication breakdown happens. And so I think what we do a good job here is we never just assume things are going to go right. So we are going to really check on it the day prior, the morning of, and a lot of times if it's a super critical delivery, we will have a driver, we will make them sign out before they get loaded that they understand the instructions before they ever leave with the shipment. And so that's kind of one foolproof way to do it for us, as opposed to just, kind of sending them an alert and hoping that they read it and they understand.
Back in the day, I would say I'm gonna have a perfect day today, right? I came in early, I'm gonna work ahead, and then you just have to understand that sometimes it just happens, and it's more so just your adaptability, being able to roll with the punches. You're gonna have trucks that are gonna break down, you're gonna have flat tires, you're gonna have stuff that's gonna happen. Drivers are gonna call in sick. It's more so just how do you effectively and proactively communicate that to the client. We wanna feed delays to our client via us and not the person that's waiting for the shipment telling our client, hey, I've been waiting here for 4 hours and the freight's not here yet, right? So a lot of our clients have been doing this for a while and understand things will happen. If we are proactive about that communication and we're the ones to feed that info to them, it comes off a lot better than someone at the site calling them saying, hey, Pegasus hasn't been here and I've been here for 3 hours, right? So I think just proactive communication goes a long way.
I'd mentioned I'd been here, at Pegasus a few years now, and really within the first couple of days, it was drilled into my head that failure is completely unacceptable. That's the way we're trained, and that's the way we operate. The system is really all set up with prevention. Being able to adapt in real time, really micromanaging our partners to make sure that they understand what we expect, and then proactive communication to our clients.
A lot of it is just driving communication on the front end with us. That's part of my job, whether it's onboarding new business or expanding current business with our clients for new projects, rollouts, or brands. We want to ask all the appropriate questions on the front end for those types of requirements. Is it date specific? Is it time specific? What are the consequences if we do show up early? What does it look like for our client when we do not perform? Us being able to understand for our stakeholders what the impacts are for them gives us a better opportunity to then relay that and cascade that to our teams so that everyone is on the same page.
Probably the biggest thing that I fear when I'm setting these up that I try to solve is making sure that all our partners across the country, people that are going to be helping support the rollout, have the instructions and are updated with any changes in real time. The people that I'm working with, the higher up logistics folks, they're not down into the weeds, so they don't have an idea of how much product is shipping out of their various locations, but that's where they rely on us to give them that transparency. And so with the technology that we have at our fingertips now, it's made things much easier to get all of that set up for them.
Us knowing the implications of what's important to our client, what are the things that can cause their revenue to dip or KPIs not to be met, because we want to consider those as well and make those part of our KPIs too.